No, even quick. But I'm saying in terms of,
but
if you went out of the West Coast sphere influence, a lot of those names
it wouldn't translate.
Exactly.
That's what,
now it translates.
Right.
Now it translates. There's somebody in Brooklyn, there's somebody in the Bronx that'll say Kendrick Lamar's the best lyricist. That
like nobody on the West Coast was ever considered potentially the king of hip hop.
Right.
You know, the top tier.
Right.
But now it does.
Lyricist.
No, I mean that concert. When I seen that Kendrick concert, it did seem like that he was being crowned the king.
Like you have like the Jay-Z's, the Nas, the Biggies,
like
the Kendrick,
not of the West Coast. Even though it was a West Coast collaboration and all that, but it didn't. That night when I watched that concert, it seemed like he was being crowned king of hip hop.
That's what I think. That's what I think people need to understand.
Hey, check it out. It's gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. We disagree. We can move on. But y'all know the rest, man. You feel me? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? This is when I'm off the gravitation. And we go ahead and we elaborate on some of my observations that I've noticed, you know, what I've seen. The clip that you just seen, though, right? You feel me? Shout out Father MC. Excuse me, Young MC. I apologize because I've been listening to y'all both lately. You feel me? I don't know why. I just been on my nostalgia tip, but Young MC. My mom used to play him all the time. You feel me? Especially Bust a Move. That was that. You feel me? You got it. Hey, real talk. I think like Young MC and like Rob Banks, they like probably like on the same level, like same playing field as far as like being able to, that song within itself, they should be able to tour for the rest of their lives. Now, I don't know as far as like the publisher, I don't know, like, I'm not talking about like the business side of it, but I'm just saying, you feel me, just, you know, just thinking about that song and how many movies that it's been, I would think that, hey, you know what I'm saying, but the only reason I'm bringing that up because I see a lot of people was like going at him crazy in the comments because of the statement he made, you feel me, which is the clip that you just seen. So let's break it down, you feel me, real quick, because a lot of people didn't understand what he was talking about. West Coast lyricism. The man never said that West Coast didn't have lyricists, excuse me. He never stated that, you know. Clearly, as you see, Quit, you feel me? That was, you know, and a lot of people don't give Quit credit, but what he was saying is, like, I'm just going to reiterate what he said in the video. It doesn't translate outside of the region, and which is true. And the reason why I'm saying that now, even though I was of age during that time, but I feel like that's what's going on right now. I see a lot of people go online right now and say that West Coast music is trash. You feel me? It only works on the West Coast. Like, and it's crazy because with the internet, you feel me, you know, you're able to see what's going on in different regions and different sections, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of us like travel outside of our region and get love. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's trash. It's just say it's not your cup of tea. You feel me? But a lot of people always call West Coast music trash, from NorCal to SoCal. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So I get what he's saying back then, and he's talking about back then when he was coming up, that it's shocking to hear that, hold up, Kendrick Lamar, to be considered the king of hip-hop. Considered the king of hip-hop. He didn't say he is the king, but considered. I'm saying he's the king, but Nori just said it right now, that he's the king. You feel me? You just heard Nori say, shout out Duckworth, you feel me? Chunk it up, West, you feel me? But, like I say, I understand where he's coming from, because that's the mecca, bro. That's the mecca. Hip hop and basketball is the mecca. New York, that is the mecca when it comes to hip hop, bro. So it's something, you feel me? Like, I want to get in on a conversation as a student, right? The convo when it was KRS-One and Lord Jamar was going about hip hop, when he was talking about, you know, where it started, like the origin of it. You feel me? Did Puerto Ricans created, or whatever the case may be, or were they there? Did they have a part of, you know, the creative process, the authenticity of the whole thing? And I had to sit back for a second, and I'm like, bro, we didn't really get music on this side to like 81, 82. I'm gonna say 83. 83. I forget the name though, man. It was a cat that had a Jerry. Was it Grandmaster Spade? Excuse me, I'm sorry, I need to get on my knowledge, but you feel me? I'm talking about my auntie used to play. You feel me? So this was like 82, 83. But Ice-T, when he dropped, it went worldwide. So that was really like the stamp of like West Coast hip hop. You feel me? When Ice-T, we can't take nothing away from Tracy. I know I try all the time and be like, man, Ice-T really from New Jersey, which he is, but bro, he did solidify the West Coast as far as in the hip hop game. I got to keep it a buck, bro. Then after, you know, the rest was history as far as NWA and them. So what I'm saying is, bro, New York, that's the mecca, right? You feel me? So when you hear somebody speaking on lyricists and so on and so forth, like how they will feel or their perception of something, you gotta respect it. You gotta understand where he's coming from. Like he said, like, example, Snoop Dogg, to me, and I was doing this, he ran the rap game from 93 to 95. There was no bigger rap artist than Snoop Dogg. From 93 to 95. No disrespect to Wu-Tang and everybody that probably, you know, had dropped that year. Heavy D, all these cats, you feel me, that dropped that year. If I'm missing you, I apologize. Even Q, you get what I'm saying? Like, but Snoop was the biggest thing, smoking and moving from 93 to 95. I think Pac even dropped that year strictly for but still, not over Snoop. Snoop was everywhere. My point is, I don't even think they still consider Snoop Dogg as the top lyricist. And that's how I interpret the conversation. You feel me? Yeah, West Coast was running the game. Like, bro, Snoop was running rap. But he still wasn't considered a top lyricist. You feel me? That's all he was saying. You running the game. You doing your thing. You doing numbers, sales-wise. You feel me? Not like that, you know, but I know the young cats, they like that. First one to catch not catch a body, but be on trial for a murder case. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with this drilling that's going on nowadays, Snoop was the first to do that. I'm going to keep it a buck. Snoop was the first to do that. So, them numbers, right? I'm saying out there. Now, maybe to us, right? Yeah, on this side of town, yeah, Snoop is a lyricist. He dope. He doing this. He doing that. But towards that way, they didn't look at it like that. They didn't consider. They know Snoop was. They was rocking with. I'm not saying that they didn't rock with Snoop. No, I'm not saying that. But he wasn't known as a top lyricist. That's what Young MC is saying. Just like right now, Drake is running the game, bro. You feel me? Well, he has been for a minute now. And I'm only going, like I say, recency bias. I don't want to keep. I know I always, when we talk about Drake and Kendrick, I start going into another direction. So I'm going to keep it, you feel me, keep it focused. But just like right now, you know what I'm saying, or it has been for the last 15 years, and I'm just going off public opinion, that Drake has been running the game. But he was never considered the top lyricist. That's the difference. Right now, it seemed like Kendrick, like Nori say, at this moment, the king of hip-hop and the top lyricist. They would have never expect that coming from the West Coast. Even with Q, bro, because I think somebody got in, like, when not the death certificate, but when America's Most Wanted came out. Phenomenal album. I listened to that the other day when, you feel me, when I was working out, lyrical exercise. But even America's Most Wanted, he clicked up with the, what is that, the Bomb Squad, you feel me? Shout out to Chuck D and all of them. Even then, right, Q was at the top, and he was doing his thing. But at the same time, I don't feel that New York, in my honest opinion, and I'm not talking about sales, but I don't feel that New York would have put Cube over Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, BDP, Boogie Down Productions, or KRS-One. At that time, I don't feel like a New Yorker would have gave it to Cube over them. I just don't feel that. I'm sorry, I don't feel. Now, I wasn't of age during that time. I wasn't of age during that time. But what I'm saying is that I don't think no New Yorker would have you feel me, considered Cube the king of hip hop at that time when it dropped. And I think America's Most Wanted came out 89 or 90, right? So yeah. You can even throw Slick Ricky in there, bro. I might be pushing it, you feel me, with Rick, because that's more of a storytelling. But that's still Cube, you feel me? But yeah, bro, I totally get where he's saying. He said, now, man, it's a West Coast. We're not saying that West Coast didn't have lyricists. No, yeah, we can go from Razzcast. We can keep going, bro. Like, man, I don't, shout out, I just had to say Razzcast because, you know, he from Carson. He from the city. But we got too many lyricists, in my opinion, that's dope. You feel me? Even underground. And then we got to shout out, because somebody hit me with Project Blowing them. And I'm going to be honest, the underground LA hip hop scene, I didn't know nothing about that until like 07. I'm gonna keep it a band, bro. I'm gonna keep it in Milwaukee. I didn't know nothing about Project Blow. But no, I knew who Volume 10 was. Pistol Grip Pump on my lap at all time. I knew who that was. Don't get me wrong, because he had that little slight beef with Ice Cube as far as he felt like he was taking his cadence. So I knew who that was, and my pops used to play him in his truck, in his Toyota white truck. You feel me? So I knew who that is with the wood grain steering wheel. But everybody else, like, damn, what's the brother? Man, they had so many dope. When I seen that documentary, I think it was called The Good Life, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's actually called The Good Life. But anyways, Moesha, like the Den, and I think they tried to do it with South Central. Like, you feel me? Like when they used to have the little rap scenes at the end, the little cameos. That's based on a true story. That was really like going on like in Lamarck Park. You feel me? In LA, you know, South Central LA. But yeah, bro. So, and that's underground stuff. When you watch that, you hopefully y'all should be able to look it up. But when I seen that, that's when I'm like, oh no, we can hang with New York and Philadelphia. I was thinking like, oh, when it comes to being on that MI, oh no, wait a minute. Oh, okay, dang, okay, our PEN is like really, you feel me? Okay, we can do our thing. But before that, I'm gonna be honest, I'll be like, oh, we can't stick with them. So, but even that's still on the lower scale of things. And what I mean by that is like none of them had major mains. They didn't know, it didn't translate, which Father MC is saying right now. It didn't translate outside of the region. And that's what he's saying. I'm gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong. Gravity, go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, you feel me? And tap in with me, you feel me? I got more to talk about, but yeah, go ahead and get that until next time. Gravitation with the observation. Gravity.